Hello, hello, hello. I'm resisting the urge to put my arms above my head because I always do. But we are back with some Make and Break. We had a break yesterday because the storms of Florida decided no, 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 no streaming. But we're back now. We're back here today. And we got ourselves a blank new canvas to make ourselves a little bit of a lighthouse. I'm already receiving all sorts of suggestions in our little Discord. So looking pretty good. Simo, what's up, Simo? One piece of business before I get started. Actually, two pieces of business. One, Windows updated last time I streamed on Friday, and it made the stream slow, and it made me lose a bunch of frames. And Windows is deciding to update again, because I guess you got to update every 5 days. So we might drop a little bit of frames because of that, so I apologize. But there's nothing I can do about it. It just happened right before stream. It popped up and it goes, you need to update. And it's like, I just updated. So that'll happen. And two, I need to... Wow, Barrel went for it. Okay, I'll explain that in a second. I gotta turn the air down. I forgot to turn the air down and my room is very warm. All right, I have returned. Barrel is going for it today. Barrel wants to use all their points. So, yeah, what you'll see in chat right now is that I've added a couple of new stuff. One of them is a once per stream recommendation. So, Barrel has suggested that I make an eel for 10 minutes. So, I'm going to make a 10-minute eel real quick here. Once per stream, somebody is always going to be able to do it. It's 3,000 channel points. Good luck doing that every stream. You're going to have no luck. If we get more people here in the stream, I'll raise the price up and up and up and up and up, and we'll see what happens. I don't know. We also got ourselves a hydrate, so everyone take a drink of water. And a stretch. Ooh, so I will actually put my hands above my head now. With that being said, that was a 2.5-minute introduction to the stream. My gosh, what am I doing with myself? Let's go ahead and get into making that eel. So I'm going to give myself 10 minutes. We're going to make an eel real fast. And unlike the speed sketch at the end of stream, I am not going to do materials on it. There is no reason to worry about materials. I will put music on. I almost forgot about the music. There we go. Cam was lagging for a second. Are we back? Yeah, we're going to get a couple of weird stuff here and there. I did just drop some frames, so I think that's just going to be par for the course. There's nothing I can really quit out of on stream. You can suggest a 10-minute sketch in 9 streams. You know how it goes. Alright, so an eel. This ain't my first rodeo with an eel. I've made eels before. So I'm going to do the same old thing that I always do with an eel. We're going to make ourselves a nice, clean eel. First things first, you want to give it a spine. Eels have spines. I didn't know if you knew this, but eels do actually have spines. And they look kind of like that. And we can go ahead and just nail the back into this guy real fast by doing an SZ and go down. Hello, why are you not doing it? There we go. And let's go ahead and give it proportion. And we're going to go all the way up with maybe... No, smooth is okay. So we're going to do a little bit of a smooth on that. Excuse me. I might do Y as well. And it looks a little bit like a club. So, sure, that'll work. Next up, we want to go ahead and grab U all the way across, pull you up. Give it that little spine that we want. I will actually go ahead and do one thing real quick. We're going to do U and U. We're going to come to U and grab all the way down. Yeah, I kind of think the speed sketch thing in the middle of stream might get a little out of hand. But our streams are chaos, so I think I'm not too worried about a little bit of extra chaos. But we'll see. We'll just play it by ear. I like the idea of forcing myself out of my comfort zone a little bit more. It's kind of the name of the game when it comes to this stream, so We'll just give it a fair shot. Okay, so now I got all this. We can extrude along normals here. We can grab just the edge of this and smooth it, which is not what I want. Hold on. You. Smooth you guys. Just like that. Give it a 2. And let's give it an SX0. Perfect. I'll go ahead and grab these guys, and we will make them out to here. All right, we're going to do this. We're going to do this. An eel is coming up. Super nice, super easy. No effort at all. I've made 1,000 of these guys before. I can do it again. Bring the face down. Comfort zone, never heard of them, honestly. That is my life in a nutshell right now. All right. Like the spooky eel from Mario 64, I kind of wish I had started with that as an idea, because that is such a better idea than what I'm doing. But that's okay. I only have 10 minutes. I got to make this thing work. He ain't bad. He is not bad. Okay, there he is. A thick-necked boy. Hey, CQDK, how you doing? Okay, so we've done this. Let's pull that guy back just a little bit. And let's pull this guy back just a little bit. Put the subsurface back on. Look at him and say, hello, how are you doing? And now we're going to give him his mouth. And we'll go for it. How am I? You know, for a couple of days, I was a little out there. I skipped stretching in the morning for a couple of days because the rain was really crazy. We had like absolutely nutso rain, and it was driving me nuts, and I couldn't do everything I wanted to do, and I couldn't go outside as much as I wanted to, and all sorts of stuff. Now, the rain has let up for one day. So I decided to take it upon myself. Come on. So I took it upon myself to wake up a little bit earlier, stretch. I ate a salad. I just feel good. I feel really good right now. But I just had to consciously, you know, do that. So I took the time and effort today to feel a little bit better, and I'm better for it. You know, I love the rain a lot. I'm a huge person who loves rain. I like rain so much. I would never say I dislike rain. But the amount of rain we've had has made it really hard to get things done. And has not been good for the soul. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and move this guy down just a little bit to give him more of that look. How much time do we have? Oh god, we're almost out of time. I have until 2:13. Also, we have an extra little point here. Oh, I messed it up. That's my bad. We'll do that. Okay, now we got to give him his weird little lippy thing. That's what all eels have. They have that weird little lip. So let's pull this guy forward, and we're going to go ahead and lift that guy up. Same thing to you. Pull you forward, and we'll lift you down just a little bit. Okay, okay, okay. Don't freak out. We're here. We're almost there. Chill. You got this. Okay, so that goes there. And I do want to try and cut that in half, but we'll come back to it. Did you get to bed early last night? Yeah, a little bit. I kind of went to bed at the same time I usually do. But I just decided to get up. I was just like, you know what? I've been sleeping in, like, for longer than I'm willing to admit. Time to just get up. So I just got up. I was over it. I don't want to sleep in anymore. At least not for a little bit. At least not for like 3 days. In 3 days, I'll sleep in again. All right. So I've been absolutely blindsided by a speed sketch at the very beginning of stream, but honestly, it's kind of good energy to prep this way. I feel very ready to go. So what do we got? We got 2 minutes left. Oh gosh, 2 minutes is not nearly enough time to make an eel. Giving myself 10 minutes is also quite a little thing, isn't it? Okay, so let's say that this guy... Oh gosh, he looks super weird. Okay, you know what? This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. Last but not least, we're going to go ahead and give him his eyes. So let's pop on a little bit of an icosphere of 3. Let's scooch you on forward. Bring you down. Bring you to the side. They have like little basilisk eyes. Little tiny basilisk eyes. There we go. We're going to add a mirror modifier to this guy. Put it around the cube on the x-axis, which means not that. Y-axis. Boom. That's my 10-minute eel. That's how good I can make an eel in 10 minutes. Oh, he looks like those toys that you get at souvenir shops. The like robo extendo arms that you pick up litter with. He looks gross. All right, so there we go. I've balled my eyes out. That is him. Let's go ahead and make a new collection. We're going to call him Eel. I'm going to call him Eel. If you saw that really slick move where I made the collection really quick, I don't know how I did that. That just happened. So I couldn't tell you how I did it. Okay, so what are we doing? We're making ourselves a lighthouse. Nice and easy. We're making a lighthouse. So first things first, I'm going to make ourselves a plane. Whoa, was that eel huge? Did I just make the world's biggest eel? Okay, so this is our plane of existence. This is going to be called our ocean. Right there, okay. Now, what I want to do is make an island and then put the lighthouse on top of the island. So let's just go for it. I think I'm just going to use a rock generator. There's no harm in using a rock generator. Okay, so we want X scale, Y scale, Z scale. What do we want large? We want the X to be large. So I'm going to grab both of these and put them at like 10. Oh, and Y as well. I understand. There we go. We got a rock. Might be a little too big. Let's do like 5. There we go. We got ourselves a nice little rock. The deformations shouldn't be too crazy. I'm going to say 2 is all right. Roughness can be 7. Detail level is 4. 5 will do. Sure, we'll do 5. Who cares? There's a part of me that wants it to be, like, taller. Like, a little bit weirder. You know what? Let's go detail up even more. Whoa, hold on. Hold on. Let's go back to 3. And let's go to 3. Okay, sure. That is our rock. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this, and we're going to add it into sculpt mode real quick. And we're going to make ourselves a little island that we can work off of. What the heck? What's up with the rock generator? Why does it do this? Tell you what, that was a fun learning experiment. Goodbye to the rock generator. I don't know what is wrong with the rock generator. I want nothing to do with it. We're going to do a UV sphere of subdivision 5, I think, is going to be pretty good. And we'll go ahead and make this guy nice and large for us so we can make ourselves an island. So, why am I doing an island? That's a good question. The reason I'm doing an island for this is because it's pretty rare to have lighthouses in the middle of places. Lighthouses are pretty obnoxious, pretty not fun places to upkeep, and so there are usually grounds made for lighthouses. So I want to abide by that as best as I can. So we're going to separate the lighthouse from the mainland. The mainland's probably going to be, like, right over here, but we're going to keep it separate. Mr. Six, hello. Mr. Six, did you miss me yesterday? A rocky little island, absolutely. So I'm going to start by making the dimensions that we want, and then I'm going to get into the more crazy stuff in just a second. So let's get into it. So yeah, we want to go ahead and make ourselves just the shape to begin with, and then we're going to go ahead and add the rocky details. Sure. If you need help with lighthouse ideas, you know I'm here. Absolutely. Okay, so for anybody who doesn't know, I play on a Minecraft world with some peeps. And Junie is in my Minecraft world, and it's not my Minecraft world, so I'm not going to call it my Minecraft world. That would be obnoxious. It's somebody else's. It's actually T's, if T is here. So everybody can say congrats to T on having a great Minecraft community. But I play on a Minecraft world with everybody, and Junie decided to make a lighthouse sort of randomly. They just popped in. They're like, hey, I'm going to make a lighthouse. And we're all like, okay. And they made the craziest build in Minecraft I've ever seen. Just like the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life. It is an awesome looking lighthouse. And none of us really know how they did it. They just conjured like eldritch energy and made a lighthouse. So, shout out to Junie for being the lighthouse lord. I think it's all that Second Life experience. Hey, Chaos. Thank you for the raid. Wow, 17 people. You are killing it. We missed you so much we wanted to sue your internet provider. Oh, that is very sweet. Well, you should sue the rain. Hello, Silken Coat. How you doing? Hello, Reed. Is it Reed? You go by Reed? Okay, is this going to be rocky enough for us? Oh, thank you for the follow. Very appreciated. You know what? I want this flat, but I don't want it sinking too far into the ocean, so we're going to go a little bit light on this. Master of the Rock Maids and other things? Oh, I remember the Rock Maid. Maybe I'll make a little maid somewhere. Junie, thank you for shouting out the Discord. The reason Junie has shouted out the Discord for everybody, it's Red or Creed or Reed or Great Gatsby. I'll call you Red. Why not? The reason Junie has shouted out the Discord for you guys is because at the end of stream today, I'm going to be doing a suggestion suggested in my Discord. So if you're interested and if you want to give a suggestion, feel free to jump on the Discord. Oh, thank you for the subscription. Nova. Nova, you're always very nice. Nova's the sweetest. Okay, there we go. That is going to be the rocky structure. Let me flatten the surface this guy just a little bit, and then we'll say that's it, and we're ready to get into it. So I want to flatten this. Nice flat surface right there. Looks like Dwayne Johnson. Absolutely. You got it. Okay, so we got that settled, and let's get into here and get those cracks looking kind of nice. We got ourselves a little pond here. I don't know why you would have a pond. Maybe we'll throw some fish in there later. I don't know. I didn't really plan on doing anything other than the lighthouse, but I'm not against the idea. So let me shade it smooth. Let's take a look for the normals. Make sure there's nothing too crazy here. You can be rounded out. You can be rounded out. Just a little bit of pieces. part of me wants to do the material work on this right now, so I think I will. I think we're going to make this look rich right at this moment. Junie. Junie is working overtime as a mod. Junie, I don't pay you enough. And we have been suggested a nice hydrate, so I'm going to go ahead and take a little drink of water. Oh, we got ourselves a stretch. Oh, absolutely. The best stretch in the world. All right. When I stretch, you all stretch. We stretch together. Okay, cool. Let's do some noting on this guy real quick. So, with the Yoshi's music going in the background, we're going to go ahead and just pop on into rendered view. We're going to see if everything is purple. No, we're good. My HDRIs are actually working for once. So, you will be called Island. We're going to go ahead and grab the ocean once more, pop it in, and we're going to do the same thing you've all seen before. I did stretch. I hurt my back. Do you have back problems? I don't say that sparingly. Are you okay? What hurt your back? All right, let's go ahead and pop ourselves on a bump map real quick. And we're going to do ourselves the double favor. So what you want to do is pop in a mix RGB, pop that into your height, and we're going to grab two little textures real quick, a wave, and a noise. Noise plus wave. Why is it not doing anything? Hello? Have I missed it? Am I looking at this correctly? Why is there nothing? I drop book on my back when I stretch. Excuse me? Why do you do that? Can you explain for the class? What is happening? Why is there nothing going on? Let's do this guy, and they might be nullifying each other. So let's do a multiply. Am I clicking on the... No, I'm not. What is happening? Maybe the scale is too high or too low. It might be too low. My hand hit the bookshelf. Oh, no. Well, that's a shame. Let's do an add. So if we do an add, we know for sure that we're doubling. So I'm just going to stick to an add real quick. And let's grab the scale up to like 40 and 40. Oh, there we go. Yep, that was it. That was the one. It was too low. So this guy, we're going to scale this guy up a lot then. Like 100? This doesn't make any sense to me. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, we're looking at it. We're looking right at it. Cool, 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 cool. Okay, so let's throw on a little bit of distortion. A little bit more distortion, maybe 25. And what I want to do is make that the addition and drop it down just a little bit. So like 0.4. And I'm going to scale this guy up just a little bit and scale the other one up just a little bit. And then I think we are set to make ourselves a nice little ocean. There is a part of me that thinks that this will make some amount of difference, but I don't know. Mr. Six, how is my relationship with my parents? I get along quite well with my parents. I get along really well with my mom. Me and my mom are very close. Like extraordinarily close. It's possible she's watching the stream right now, but I'm not saying that because she's watching the stream. Oh, the Splatoon 2 soundtrack. It kills me every time. She is quite good to me. I really like my mom. You miss my mom? She's so sweet. She is sweet. She's very lovely. But yeah, I get along quite well with my mother. She is a lovely person, a very hardworking person, like unbelievably hardworking, actually. It's sort of concerning how hard she works because a lot of people tend to, maybe this is saying too much. A lot of people tend to kind of push her too far. And she doesn't deserve that because she works way too hard for people to give her the amount of credit that they do. But she's lovely. There we go. That, to me, is a good enough looking ocean. Is it perfect? It's not perfect. It's not perfect. It's not perfect, but it's good. Yeah, it's perfect. It'll do. So we'll lower that strength just a little bit so it can look a little bit more subtle for us, and we'll call that an ocean. I think an ocean is not complete unless we add maybe a little bit of clear coat and maybe a little bit of specular, and we'll say that's it. I don't think the clear coat or specular did anything, but you can see clear lines, so I'm feeling good. Okay. So let's make this island. We want a little rocky island in the middle of the ocean. What is that going to look like? We're going to call this guy Rock. It's perfect? Well, thank you. Again, the rock gets solved kind of the same way as the ocean. We're not going to rely on displacement, or we're not going to rely on diffusion. We're going to rely on normals. So, what do I want to do here? I think I want to use a Verneuil. Color me maybe a little bit cautious here. I think we want to Verneuil with a smooth to F1. Yeah, there it is. Perfect. A 15, get it kind of rocky looking. We're going to go ahead and do ourselves a little bit of a smooth. What do I want to do here? I think we want to pop ourselves on something else to make the Verneuil a little bit easier to look at. Okay, okay. This is a little chaotic. 10. What am I looking for? Oh, there we go. That's what I was looking for. Let's do like a 7 or like a 15. I can't figure out which direction I'm going in. Yes. Yes, perfect. Okay, 0.25. We're going to add like 5 distortion to this thing. Too much distortion. Too much distortion. Make it look kind of weird. Too much distortion again. 0.25. Detail work, really high on the detail work. And then we'll go ahead and do one thing real quick. I'm going to pop on a color ramp. We're going to get these guys closer together, and that should make it feel really gross and rigid. Now that ain't it. Now that's not what I want. So let's get rid of that. Let's pop it right here. There we go. There she is. And we're going to lower that distortion just a little bit more. And I'll say that's okay for me. It's not perfect. It's not perfect. It's not great, but it looks good. This will work. This will work for me. So we'll do that, and then I'm going to add maybe a gradient near the bottom with a green. And then I promise I am done. So let's grab ourselves a wave, a gradient, put on a Control T right there, put on, hello? Put on a color node, mix RGB, with you. What's up, Drew? Another water one today? It's just kind of been a water vibe, you know? I don't know why. I don't know why this is the world that we live in. Normally I try to diversify a little bit, but a Lighthouse really struck me for some reason. What type of rock is this? Oh no, don't ask me questions like that. It's an island rock, you know. I don't use reference. I'm a terrible artist, genuinely. Anybody who expects me to do more. Yep, an island rock. There we go. It's been said. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop on a color here. There we go. That's what I want. And I want a color ramp, I think. Why didn't you use the rock generator? Okay, so I did it right at the beginning. And the rock generator was giving me kind of nutso results. So I decided to stray away from it. So I did give it a shot. I just didn't like the way it looked. This guy needs to be desaturated just a little bit. Maybe even lightened a little bit. There we go. That'll do. And then we're going to bring it way over with a B-spline. There we go. We're going to add the distortion up to an unbelievable degree. How do you get such a magnificent beard? Oh, God. How do I get rid of such a magnificent beard is the question. Every single day. Not every single day. Like, multiple times a week, I am trimming this thing and trying to get rid of it. Because it drives me nuts. It won't leave me alone. So I just let it grow. If you want a really specific answer, a real egotistical answer, I cut the chin up to this line right here. And I cut these guys right down to here. And I cut the soul patch. And I let them grow real specific. Blasphemy. Wax it off. I've tried waxing. It doesn't really get the job done the way I want it to. I have tried it, though. No conditioners? Oh, I use the same conditioner I use on my hair. Same conditioner as my hair. Which is argan oil something or other. Red has thick, luscious locks? Absolutely. That's what I'm known for. We have been suggested a hydrate. Everybody take a nice drink of water. Argan oil really does do it. Okay, look at that. Tell me that's not what like a wet rock looks like. So we're going to go ahead and do ourselves a quick little favor. And turn this guy down by -90. And you'll notice, hey, what's going on the bottom? We got ourselves a little bit of algae growing at the bottom. So now the job is clear. I just got to bring this guy to a point that I am comfortable with. That's looking pretty good. We'll say like 0.1, get it really stretched out. I'll finish off my coffee with that hydrate instead because I have no water on my desk. Oh no. I was in Joe's stream a couple of days ago. Nice dude. Don't give him the ego. Don't give him the ego. He doesn't need it. Don't give Joe the ego. He doesn't need it. There we go. That's my rock. So it gradiates really nice down to this little algae-covered bit. I'm pretty comfortable with that. Are we comfortable with this? I'm just joking on Joe. I love Joe. I've considered the laser hair removal, but luckily I can finally grow an okay beard. Does your beard grow crazy, like all over the place? Had to set up a tent and fish. Perfect. Maybe we'll do a little bit of fishing later. So now we're on to the main part of the show. Okay, so I've procrastinated long enough. Let's do the main part of the show. I can't do anything normal. I'm not a normal person. I'm bad at being normal. I'm actually extraordinarily bad at being normal. So what I'm going to do, up until I was 30, it was very patchy. I get that. I have a patch right here, but you'll notice I don't show that side of my face. Oh my god, you have a beard? What are you talking about? Okay, so let's get ourselves going on a lighthouse. I have a lot of ideas for this lighthouse. I'm not a normal person, like I was saying. Back to that, I'm not normal. We're going to make ourselves a little bit of a weird-looking guy. And nobody's surprised. I know nobody's surprised. Nobody's surprised whatsoever. So, let's pop this guy on. So how do we want to do this? Do I want... No. I don't want to think about the ground too much. I was going to try and have the ground be, like, an important part of this process, but it's just going to lie flat. It doesn't matter. So we're going to do ourselves just a little bit of that. What type of power source runs the light? Flame, electricity, magic. Thank you for the question. Thank you for that question. Oh, lovely question. Silken Coat, you're lovely. I don't know what I did to deserve you, but you are lovely. What powers the light source? I'm gonna tell you right now. Well, I'll just put it there. Also, I'm gonna call this Lighthouse real quick so we don't lose track of our collections. So we'll put you up, and we're gonna go ahead and add a new object real quick. I think we want 2. Yep, there he is. We'll go ahead and grab you right there, and we'll push him up. I don't know. I had a picture without a beard in my mind. For who? For Silken Coat? They have a silky coat. Of course they have a beard. For me? You've been watching my stream for like 2 months. What do you mean I don't have a beard? Mr. Six, hello? All right, so this is going to be the power source for the magic. So we're going to put this little guy up here, and I'm going to elaborate on it as we go. So I won't answer your question immediately, but that's a big part of the stream. You're going to see it. It's this guy right here. Okay, let's get to this guy. I'll be lurking and working. Good luck with the lighthouse. No worries. Hey, Drew, thank you for all your hard work. You're a crazy guy. Anybody who doesn't know, Drew is an amazing 3D modeler who does the coolest niche I've ever experienced. They model like the billboards. I don't know if billboard is the correct term. The scoreboard for like sports events. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. It's so cool. Go check out Drew. All right, we're gonna hit this thing guy on the scale. That's the best. No whales harmed in the making of the lighthouse, and they need to make solar panels. I'm not saying whales aren't harmed here. Hey, no problem. You have yourself a good little work. Okay, so that is our base. It looks a little gross, but I can live with it. And I'm going to go ahead and give this guy like a little bit of crown molding. Why would a lighthouse need crown molding? I don't know. I don't know. Don't ask me. I'm just going for it. I'm feeling a certain kind of way. I have an idea of what this looks like in my head, and I just want to go for it. Whoa, careful. Little tiny bit of crown molding. It is owned by royalty? Absolutely. Now, did I make a little bit down here? Did I ruin this? I think I just ruined this. Also, shout out to the Yoku Soundtrack. I don't think I've heard this song on stream before, so this is the first time I think we're listening to this together. I think I just added this. That's probably what I did. Also, yes, we did mess up the bottom of this guy pretty royally. How do I fix this? How do I fix this? You know what I can do? I can go like this, scale it up, get it right to that point. Get it really close to this. And we can merge these guys. Okay, grab everything. Please merge, please merge, please merge. Oh, it worked. Oh, it worked. We're here. Cool. Okay, so should be easy enough to add a little bit of crown molding to this guy. This is definitely not crown molding. I've lied. But it's close enough for my purposes. We'll do a little bit of that. A little bit of this. Please, please, please. Take a look at that. Ooh, clean lines. Clean. It's a little low geo, which is annoying, but those are clean looking lines. So I'll make a little doorway popping out of here in just a little bit. But for the first part, I want to focus on the actual structure and make sure that this thing looks right. Because if this thing doesn't look good, then we have ourselves a bigger problem to worry about. So let's get into this. Come on, come on. Edit. There we go. So we bring this guy all the way up to the top here. We go GG, bring him on up. We're going to extrude this guy out. Are you using reference? Hey, Simo. Hey, Simo, how you doing today? Simo, how you doing? I know, I'm terrible. I just like the challenge. I don't know. I like thinking about it in weirder ways. Okay, so that is the beginning of this guy. Now. Oh God, Mr. Six hitting Mr. Six, you're so intense. I love it, because I'm also intense. But man, if ever anybody has made me think, you are the person who's made me think a whole lot. Also, my zooms are messed up, so I'm going to get rid of the ocean because I don't want to mess up my zoom too much. What is the meaning of life? I kind of feel like you've asked that already. How am I doing? My arm is quite sore from the vaccine, but other than that, I'm fine. Hey, congrats on getting the vaccine. Good on you. Doing your part. Everyone, go get your vaccines. What is the meaning of life? All right, so I have very strong opinions about this. Go figure. I'm sure nobody's surprised by that. I do have very strong opinions about the meaning of life. The meaning of life, for me, is a secondary conversation. We'll get back to it in just a second. But I think the meaning of life needs to be determined by a culture. And I think that's a big part that's missing from the modern world. I think a group of people, right, the United States, New York City, the hippies, whatever, a group of people should agree what is the goal of humanity, what is the meaning of life, and they should act upon it. And the fact that we don't agree upon it is really strange to me. It's a really weird facet of our lives that I just don't understand. So I think, yeah, the goal of humanity is for groups of people to come together and agree what the goal of humanity is. And they can disagree with each other. That's fine. But yeah, people need to like set up belief systems and work upon those belief systems. Never going to happen. I'm not saying everybody in the world needs to agree. Groups of people, right? Like we here, we could come up with a meaning of life right now, right? And we are a group of people. But every group of people should have a meaning of life. That would be very important, I think, for the world moving forward, especially when you start talking about like we should travel to Mars. And it's like, why should we travel to Mars? Because the Earth is dying. Well, let's think about that. Let's actually talk about that instead of just doing it. Maybe we should ask ourselves, why is the Earth dying? Before we ask ourselves if we should go to another planet. And conversations like that are sort of missing from the modern world. You know, we're super advanced. We think really deeply and we have all these ideas. We have very smart people on the face of the Earth. But that is the one thing that I'm thinking is very unintelligent about humanity. That's like the least intelligent thing we do is we don't have conversations about humans' goals. Instead, it's company goals. It's what is Amazon doing? What is Google doing? Stuff like that. And I don't really agree with that. Who cares what they're doing? They're going to make money. That's their whole job. I don't care what they're doing. I care what we're doing. What we as humans are doing. So anyway, what is my goal of life? Communication is important, absolutely. But communicating on a global scale is what I'm really getting at. So what's my goal of life? To answer that question, what is my goal? My goal is I think the world should work towards becoming so convenient that the act of creating art or creating anything is almost arbitrary. And people can basically become artists at the flick of a wrist. And if that devalues art, then I think we've reached perfection. Like we're already done at that point. Not that I want to devalue art, but like if devaluing art is the last thing that humans do, then sure, let's go extinct. We're done. Problem solved. We did everything we had to do. Okay, so here's the beginning of my lighthouse. You think I am very optimistic? I am definitely optimistic. But what I'm saying is not that crazy. I'm not saying like it's gonna happen. I'm not saying I believe in this or whatever. I'm just saying that I think is the goal. And goals, especially goals for all of humanity, probably shouldn't be achievable. They probably should be too hard for us to solve because otherwise humans are just done, right? So yeah, I think at the end of the day, I do believe that the goal of humanity is something that is greater than what we have the capacity to accomplish. When we have the technology to make Mars into Earth, number 2, we have the technology to make Earth into a more habitable Earth. Couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more. The idea goal isn't optimistic. The belief that many of us think deeply. That's true. That's a good point. Thank you for that. I don't know. I guess I hope that people actually care. I care a lot. I care a lot more than is probably healthy for me. And so I kind of hope that everybody else cares. And I think I do believe that deep down. I think I do believe that people care. People don't show it, and people have weird ways of subverting the world around them. But I think people do care. I think people are good-natured. They just get a little messed up in the head about what that means. I don't think I've ever met a person in my life who... I've never met a person in my life who is distinctly hateful, like hates things and wants the earth to die and wants people to die. I've never met anybody like that other people agreed with, that had a following. Most people that have a following have tricked themselves and tricked other people and gotten weird with it, which is not good. I think people care, but the few people who run the world don't. I think even they care. I just think it's gotten bad. It's gotten gross and weird and ugly for some reason. And I think it's probably always been that way, at least since the Industrial Revolution. You know, to say that the world, like corrupt politicians, is a modern issue is probably not very fair at all. I think people care a lot about what is important to them, but it's harder to care about groups when they get bigger and more abstract. Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. I agree with you. People lose sight of what it is to be human. And that's like the big flaw, right? That's the big scary thing. You know what? I like it being even for now. How's this looking for a lighthouse so far? That's not bad. That's not a bad look right there. I did all of this while talking philosophy. Let's go. Okay, so let's put a little thing on him. And I want to put like an icon on top. Like some sort of symbol. Looks like a house with a light. Oh, I've done my job. I've done my job. I see a little problem. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me a lot of the Sheikah Towers from Zelda, from Breath of the Wild. This has big Sheikah Tower energy. They were corrupt back in ancient Rome. Corruption as old as the structured society itself. Yeah, that's basically my ideology. I would agree with that. It ain't a modern issue. Okay, we can make this work. We can make this work real well. There were only 1 or 2 really good Roman politicians. I'm sure if you looked hard enough, even they had their things. Although I am a big fan of Augustus. I do like me some Augustus. I think he was a cool guy who did well with what he was given. Can't be too mad at Augustus. You know what? This needs to be fixed. This needs to be fixed. This is starting to look like a squid, and I don't know how I feel about it. Are you a kid, or are you a lighthouse? That looks a bit better. That's the way to do it. Can't be mad at that. Can't be mad at that. So before I do that, let's grab this. Bring this guy in. We're going to give it kind of a hat look. We're going to bring this guy way in. Ooh. She's looking good. Am I going to finish this in like an hour? Oh my gosh. We are getting strong on the Roman. We got a bunch of history buffs in chat. That's awesome. You guys are very passionate. I appreciate that. Silken Coat, you're a well-versed man. Yeah, I like Augustus. I'm not saying Augustus is the best or that he didn't have his problems, but I liked him. He was cool. He did well. He did well for an adopted kid. Okay, so that is there. Okay, 1 to 10, how are we feeling about this? 1 to 10, how's this guy looking? Would you gaze longingly at this while you're thinking about your past lovers? Because I'm thinking this is looking pretty good. I took Latin in high school and had translate a lot of those things. Taking Latin right now. Look at you guys. I feel like it's a little tall. Now that's fair. That's very fair. Maybe a banner hanging off the tower or on the peak. A banner. Yeah, I think I might have to veto the banner. There we go. It's got a little cup in there. Is it a little tall? It's a little tall, at least compared to the rock on. You know, Silken Coat, you've said a really good thing, and I think I have an easy solve for that. Let's put the ocean back on. Get this rock right where we want him. Let's dip him down a little bit. Let's get a little bit of that water pumping in there. It's a tall island for sure. That's a pretty tall looking island. Okay, so we want this guy to be -3. We can get rid of the ocean. I like that better. Yeah, no worries. I just got to fix the base of it. The meaning of life is love. I don't think that's true to me. What is love? Can you define love? All right, I got an AMA for you, since you're always AMAing me. What is love? What does that mean? Oh, this works, because I can put a blinder in here as well. I needed more room inside this anyway. Yeah, this will work. I'm just going to work on the base. Yeah, your turn. Your turn to get a AMA question. There we go. All of this can just be dropped down just a little bit. Oh, it's Mr. Six's favorite song. So we're going to have ourselves a nice little whistle here for just a second. So you're welcome. Man, whistling's pretty cool, man. You think about whistling and it's like people back 200 years ago, people back 3,000 years ago whistled exactly the way that we whistle. Life has no meaning inherently, so it's up to you to make your own. Well, that's a very Simo answer. That suits Simo. If I had to guess what Simo's opinion was gonna be, that was it. There we go. Yeah, much better. Much better. Looking really clean. Oh, she looks good. We're an hour into stream, and I'm already like, I'm done. I did it. I mean, that is basically Red's opinion, except he wants us to make our own. Absolutely. You guys are very valid. I don't try to tell anybody how to feel. Actually, the sole purpose of the adoption was to raise his social status. It was a custom in Roman society for those of higher status to adopt, often adult and well cared for, children to ensure a success without going through the hassle of having the child. Oh, I agree with you. I'm just saying, like, you don't see a lot of other Romans who went through that process and did what he did. He killed it. Textures, though, I got textures. Don't you worry. We're doing textures here in just a moment. First things first, I want to make, like, the setting. I gotta ask myself, how big is a person? Well, that's good. That's perfect, actually. Yeah, we're gonna put a little dock. We'll put a dock right here. So the door is gonna be right here. Textures, though. Brutus also killed it. Brutus did kill it. Quite literally. What is my favorite color? I get asked this quite a lot, actually. Favorite color. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and just do one of these real quick, everybody. Let's go ahead and get ourselves a little hydrate. Make sure you take a drink of water. Favorite color. Ugh. Man, that water kills. How in the heck am I going to make this work? Okay, hold on. Mr. Six, I gotta process my favorite color before I get into love. Because love is complicated. My favorite color. Well, I feel very spiritually aligned to red, as is probably completely evident by, you know, my username and everything. Red is very important to me as a color. So I like red a lot. Also, what the heck am I doing? You ever just have an existential nightmare live on stream? That's what I'm having right now. Let's figure this out real quick. So red is probably going to be widely considered my favorite color. But realistically, I really like mineral green. I love mineral green. For some reason, you thought I was making a slide down the outer side of the lighthouse? Don't give chat ideas. Don't give everybody ideas. Yeah, I'm going to say mineral green. Mineral green is the best color. Like, just effectively, mineral green is the best color. It's a lovely, lovely, beautiful color. Oh, this is going to get so gross and messy. All right, Simo, please don't look at this. You're not allowed to look at this. Hello? All right, so let's go ahead and ignore what I'm about to do, and I'm going to answer, or I'm going to look over Mr. Six's idea of love. Love is everything. Love is the act of caring for each other, to accept other people's mistakes, forgive them. Love is a huge amount of empathy for everyone that exists. You know, that's probably one of the best definitions of love I've ever heard. That's a good definition of love. I like that. If that was the definition of love that everybody else had, I think I'd agree with you. To empathize and to really understand where other people are coming from, that's a good goal for humanity. That's, you know, key for everybody to say that they think that'll never happen. But that is a great idea. I do love that. I do stand for that. There we go. Oh, it worked. Oh, it worked. Okay, so we want to ignore these guys, which hurts me inside because they're lovely and I don't want to ignore them. But we're going to ignore those guys. Yeah, if you're living in resentment and grudge holding and bitterness, you're not going to have a good time. Love feels the opposite from that. Definitely. I struggle with a lot of definitions of love because every time people talk about love, they're like, love is learning to love things about everybody. And it's like, I don't agree with that stuff. I don't agree with that. I'm not very hippie in that regard. I am a very hippie person, but I'm not hippie in that regard. Love is not some weird arbitrary junk that people use to like stop fighting, because fighting has a purpose. There's a reason people get into fights. I'm not saying it's a great reason, but there is a reason. And so I don't agree with people who are like, the goal is to never have conflict or anything like that. It's like, no. There's a time and a place for conflict. But to be able to empathize with people, that's a good goal. That's a huge, awesome, good goal. I agree with that one. It's not my personal goal. And if we're culturally deciding what our goal is, maybe I'd put my hand up and offer something else. But that's a great goal. That one deserves some legs. That one deserves something to stand on. This door has other issues. I'm thinking too big. We're gonna just go one at a time. This door does not deserve any legs to stand on. You're right. We're gonna go boom, we're gonna go boom, we're gonna go boom, and boom, and we're going to go ahead and just delete the heck out of you guys. Oh, you guys just aren't watching this, okay? Should I have made a backup? Yes, I should have. Should I have made a backup? Yes, I should have. Yes, I should have. Let's make a backup right now. Lighthouse. Copy. Boom. Okay, we have a backup. Now I can rest easy when it all goes to hell. I can rest easy that I've done it correctly. Shout out to the soundtrack of Fall Guys. The non-sexual kind of love is often forgotten. Luca demonstrated that thoroughly. Who is Luca? Am I dumb for asking who Luca is? Is that common knowledge? Do we all know who Luca is? Am I the odd man out? Whoa. We'll fix that. We'll fix that. We'll fix this. We'll get back to this. Okay, so we at least have a door. We have a door that works. Now the question is, how are we going to make it work better? First things first, we're going to give it an arc. Because why not? Second off, we're going to fix this face right here. This face is ugly. So we're going to merge at last. Merge at last. Just think really close to the grain on this one. All the way down, all the way down. Dissolve. There's no need for that. So we're back to this, and now when I look at the lighthouse, it looks perfect right here, so we're doing all right. My friend's name is Luca. Oh, the movie Luca, the new movie with the boys. Yes, 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 yes. I know what you're talking about. I'm not so out of it that I don't know what Luca is. I'm only slightly bitter. I've given myself a really hard job here with this door, haven't I? Why have I done this? I can't believe you've done this. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of a delete. Okay, now we're in on the door. And now we're asking ourselves, what do we do now? You know what? Okay, got it. Got it. Boom, boom, boom. All the way down. Nice and easy. Merge at last. Remember that everything doesn't have to connect as one mesh, especially in game art. That is true. That is a very good point. Can you not, like, grab the floor bits and raise them up? What do you mean by that? You know what? We're going to go for it. I hate to do it. I hate to do it. I know everyone's going to be very upset with this, but we're doing it. I'm going to make it work, I promise. Simo, hold your heart. Don't have a heart attack. Hard to explain? That's okay. I think I have a solution. Just don't watch. Just don't watch this. 1, 2. That goes like that. That goes up there. That goes down here. You can be... Oh, perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. I know how to do it. 3. We need 3 of them. So we need 2 more of these guys. 2. I got it. I got it. It's going to be bad, but I got it. Simo, don't watch. You're not allowed to watch. Don't watch. Don't watch. We're going to make this work. I promise we're going to make this work. And it's going to look kind of good, too. I personally feel that love is more than a decision than a feeling. To me, love is the decision to put another well-being ahead of your own, as far as the golden rule, as opposed to affection, which is feeling of liking someone. I can agree with that. don't think there's anything controversial there. Okay. We've done it. Oh, we've done it. Folks, we have done it. This is it. This is it. We've done it. Just bear with me. You know what? We'll do this part first. Hold on. Before we get too crazy, let's do this part first. Come on, you got this. 1, 2, 3. 3 of them. Just chill. Just chill. You got this. You definitely didn't mess up your lovely little sketch at the last step. That's definitely not what happened. You definitely got this. You got nothing to panic about. You're a champ. You're a hero. Everyone's cheering for you in the chat. They're all cheering. We all know that we're all cheering. We got this. Nothing weird's going on. It's not a bad mesh. It's a perfect looking mesh. We're all good. We're all friends here. And we're good. Problem solved. Done. This is it. Here we go. Hey, thank you for the bet. This is it. Whoa, chaos. I love all the avatars, or the emotes. Those are awesome looking. Oh, I've given myself a really hard job here. Why did I do it like this? This is a little strange. They're like Pokemon. Gotta collect them all. You know what? It's okay. You gave yourself a hard job. Just live with it. Just do the hard job. That's a big problem I have in my life. I am somebody that I always try to do things intelligently instead of doing things for real. I have a really hard time just do it, you know? Just like get it done. Who cares? I struggle with that. I really struggle with that. Where is our chaos cheer? Hey, make a chaos cheer. There we go. We got little lion feet. It looks perfect. There's nothing weird about it. So I can cheer red more often. You guys are huge fans. Why are you guys so nice to me? What did I ever do to deserve this? I'm just some dude on the internet. I say that all the time, but I am just some dude on the internet. Ain't nothing too special about that. We're all just dudes on the internet. And dude is gender neutral. Just so you know, dude is gender neutral to me. All right. Now, again, this door does not look perfect. There is definitely something wrong here. You feel like I'm the Bob Ross of 3D modeling? That's not the first time that's been said to me, but I don't know if I can agree with that. Okay, this is the worst kind of bevel. This is the worst bevel that you can do. So again, while Simo is not watching us, we're going to do it. You're friendly and streaming things you're passionate about? Absolutely. I did used to stream games, and it just didn't go well. It just didn't feel right for me. It wasn't my speed. I'm not a gamer. Not in that sense. I play games offline. Well, I ran into one existential nightmare to another. I'm thinking about why this door looks so bad, and then I look over and I have an existential question waiting for me from Mr. Six. So you know, there's just no relief from the chaos, which I guess is just the par for the course around here. You have a soothing voice. You say things that are affirmative, like it's not perfect, but it will work. Oh yeah. How do you explain dudette then? A dudette is a caddy. A dudette is the person who carries your skateboard to the skate park. It's gender neutral. I got it. I know how to do it. I have figured it out. I know what's happening. Bear with me while I make the worst decision of my life. Here we go. Bear with me. Bear witness. You are passionate about sharing something you like without doing much of compensation for teaching others. That's very fair, I guess. I don't think anybody should learn how to 3D model from me, if that's what we're saying. Hold on, we're getting there. I know it's scary, but no, I'm gonna answer it, don't you worry. I'm just thinking about like 1,000 things in one instant right now. We did it. Oh, we've done it. Oh, we've done it. We're here. We're back. We're in business. Whew. We've done it. Folks, we've done it. Folks, we have done it. Are we prepared for this? So, do I love myself? Man, what a tough question to ask a human being. The short answer is yes. I very much love myself. I think I'm doing a great job in life despite how weird of a path I've taken through it. I think I am proud of who I am, and I like my mentality. I like my creativity. I'm a very creative person. I've done a lot of really interesting work by my standards. And I'm pretty proud of that. Also, do these not connect? Hold on. These guys don't connect? So the short answer is I'm proud of myself. Yes, 100%. The longer answer is there's things about myself I don't like, which I think is true for everybody. I'm not trying to say that that's weird. It's very normal, probably. There's things about myself I don't like. And every time I've tried to fix them, it becomes a big woven issue. I mean, that's just like how depression and stuff works, right? Like, every time I'm like, I need to fix blank, it's like, well, blank is connected to 40 different things, and you like those 40 different things. And so fixing those is going to be really hard to do. And that comes up fairly often in my life, which is fine, which is okay. No problem there. Can't be too upset about that. So I'd say in a general sense, yeah, I love myself. I hope one day to probably like go to a therapist or just seek help somehow and hopefully clarify a lot of those weirder little things that are kind of a tangled mess. And I'm sure things will get better from there. But yeah, that's about where I'm at mentally. Can't say I'm doing too bad. Pretty fortunate for what I got going on in my life. What about you? How does everybody feel? Do you all love yourselves? You can't, hey, by the way, you can't date anybody until you've dated yourself. So think about that if you're feeling a certain kind of way. Absolutely. Mr. Six, a font of positivity out here. I don't like the lighthouse. I don't like the door. It's close, but it's missing something, and I don't know if I can solve it right now. It's missing something. It just looks bad. You know what? Let's just go ahead and finish. Let's just finish this guy off real quick. If I finish it off, at least we're done looking at this, and we can kind of assume what it's going to look like. You know what? I don't think I'm worried about the inside of the lighthouse at all. I think I don't care at all about the inside of this guy. So I think we're done there. I do my best not to abuse myself. That's the best we can hope for, right? I don't love myself. I don't hate myself. That's fine. That's fair. Okay, let's add some details to this guy. Let's make this guy look a little nutty. Why? I don't know. But I'm going to. Now that we have the Lost Woods. There we go. We're just going to do a little bit of detail work on this guy, and then we're gonna go for it. Favorite Zelda game? Man. You know, I don't really care for 2D Zelda games. As a kid, I played a lot of Link's Awakening, and I remember liking Link's Awakening a lot. And then I replayed Link's Awakening recently, the original, not the remake. I replayed the original, and I was just kind of like, wow, this is bad. This is not a good game at all. It's so tedious. Used to hate myself in the past, depression, but today I'm like my best friend. What a story. What a lovely story for everybody. Mr. Six, you have a lot to teach people. You know, Mr. Six, if this is saying too much, I apologize, but I think you present yourself as somebody who, you know, is at the mercy of others, and you're just learning and hanging out and doing all this sort of stuff. I think you got a lot to teach people. I think you got a lot of wisdom in you. I'm proud of where I am in life. Have a long way to go to get where I want to be, but motivation, if anything, because it means I have somewhat of an idea of what I'm aiming for. Definitely. My goal in life is to start a company. And in order to start a company, I'm going to have to do a lot of crazy hard things, and I'm already beginning down that track. But it's just a never-ending process. So, yeah, I get that. Do I like these guys being spikes? Did I just make spikes for no reason? Sure did. I was just kind of going autopilot, I guess. You know what would be better than spikes? Better than spikes would be... Starting a company really isn't that hard in most states. Rounded nubs would work. And by nubs, I'm assuming you mean nubs, because that is exactly what I'm going to do. That's exactly what I was thinking. Like a little ribbed sort of thing. I'm not worried about starting a company. I could start a company right now if I wanted to. I'm worried about starting a good company. That's the part I'm worried about. Oh, I'm getting back to it. Don't you worry. We went off on a tangent for a sec. My brain can only focus on one thing at a time, and I'm kind of a bit of like an OCD dog about things. We're getting there. Don't you worry. Favorite Zelda game. But yeah, so the focus is to make a good company, not to just start a company. I could start a company right now if I wanted to. Anyway, moving on. Favorite Zelda game. Okay, so 2D Zelda games. You're out. If you like 2D Zelda games, hey, good on you. Good for you. No problem. That's awesome. I don't want to take that away from you. I'm not trying to hate on your favorite 2D Zelda games. They're just not for me. They don't do it for me. Lore-wise, I like Skyward Sword. Skyward Sword gets a bad rap. It was like the thing in 2012 or whatever to hate Skyward Sword. That was like the YouTube clickbait title of the year was like, why Skyward Sword sucks. And good thing we don't live in those times anymore. Skyward Sword's actually pretty good. The Ancient Cistern is the best dungeon that's ever been made. It's like a telling of the Spider Silk Buddha story. It's like a wonderful, wonderful little thing. I'm about to be judged, never played any Zelda game. That's okay. I prefer the 3D ones too. I still need to finish Skyward Sword. I got a timed area and couldn't do it. I understand that. The Ancient Cistern. Whew, the Ancient Cistern does it. It does it. Also, what? Did I miss one? I missed one. That's what was what was wrong with it. I missed one. It's so nice looking. Thank you. I think I might have hit a wall about 30 minutes ago. I said, "Hey, I'm done." It only took me an hour to do the lighthouse and I'm done. And then I hit a wall. So, we're kind of recovering from that wall. Never owned any console? You're probably better off for it. Yeah, but if you play the Ancient Cistern in Skyward Sword and you don't like it, then it's fair to say you don't like that game. But that is the best part of that game. PC gaming is the future. PC gaming was the past as well. PC gaming has always been the thing. There we go. Look at that. Twilight Princess, I think, is really fun. But on replaying it, it doesn't feel that good. Okay, for all the artists out there, this little distance right here is kind of annoying. How they don't match, how they don't meet. But I kind of like that. I kind of like how aggravating it is to look at. Because that's just the kind of thing some like far off Duke would enlist and be like, it's beautiful, I love it. And then he'd like leave it. I think I love it. You know what? I can make it a little bit better though. I actually know exactly how to make this better. We're going to merge these guys at center. There was those big scary monsters or something. Are you talking about Skyward Sword or are you talking about Twilight Princess? Twilight Princess has those weird mask guys. Okay, so moving forward. I have a very unpopular opinion. Skyward Sword. I don't remember the big guys from Skyward Sword. Not sure. Here's my unpopular opinion, and everybody hates this opinion, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say this. I don't like Breath of the Wild. It's just not fun. It's like cool, and it's interesting, and playing it can be like a joy. But when I look back on my time playing Breath of the Wild, I'm like, no. What the heck have I done? Why is this thing beveling so weird? Fire Emblem Three Houses is better than Breath of the Wild. I haven't played it. If they had more divine beasts and less shrines, I'd love it. They should have just kept dungeons. Like, I hate to be the guy to say, like, they need to keep dungeons, but they should have just kept the dungeons. Like, it's okay if it's open world. That's very cool. I like the open world. I love that. I love the storytelling. I love that somebody's like, hey, can you take pictures of Leviathan skeletons for me? And you go and take pictures of it. And they're like, that was cool. And you kind of learn about it backwards. I like the great fairies being in those dying flowers, and you give them rupees and they upgrade your armor. That's so cool. That stuff's cool, but it's like, I don't want to do the same gray and blue colored shrine 50 times in a row and then go to a boss, and the boss is colored exactly the same, and it's the exact same boss 3 times, and no. No, 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 no. No, no, no. I don't want to do that. The end came too abruptly and easily. Yes, I agree. I think towards the end, it was missing something to tie off the last chapter. Yep, you guys are definitely unified in your ideologies. Hey, folks, I think I'm going to do something really regrettable here. I hate to do this to you. I know I'm kind of flubbing right now, but we're just thinking. I'm going to do something really regrettable, and everyone's going to be upset, and, you know, here's the Fallout meme. Everybody disliked that. Here it is. We're going to officially do the Fallout meme. I'm going to need to add that as, like, a bit reward or something. The everybody disliked that button. Here we go. Oh, it doesn't even work. Okay, well, you know what? Screw it. I'm back. I'm out. Little details, gone. Everybody hydrate. Everybody take a drink. Okay, so you know what? I'm done. I'm done with this. We can just go ahead and say we're done with this. With games, I'd rather they rehash and recoat some encounters than make the grind repeat encounters too. What do you mean by that? Maybe I read that a little bit quickly. Also, while I have everybody on the line here, is there anything you'd like to see me add to this? Because I think I'm going to go ahead and start working on the extra part of the scene right now. Okay, well, I've done a big bad thing. I've done a big bad thing. Maybe a moon? A moon is interesting. You'd be interested to see what holes look like in the ridges? Okay. Okay. You know what? You know what? I got a really clear idea. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. You're right. You are right. Let's do your idea, because I have a much better way of doing this, I think. I think I was getting a little precocious by adding 2 ridges, so we're going to do just a single ridge. This is it. You're right. You are absolutely right. Could not be more right. Hey, Junie. Say you go to Zone A and you later have to go back to Zone A to get items, but the game knows you went there. Some other creature could be inhabiting it now, or even cheaply done the same amount of enemies would still be thematically make more sense. Yeah, no, I get that. That's like a Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight, there's a section in Hollow Knight where you have to return to a previous area that you've been to already. And when you come back, it's completely like overrun by something. I don't want to spoil it for everybody because it's really good. But you come back to this area and it's like, it's bad. Things have gotten bad quick, and the enemies are different. They have different behavior, all sorts of stuff. And it feels really cool because it's like, it's the first area in the game. Like, it's an easy area. So for it to not be easy anymore is really interesting. You should pick up Hollow Knight sometime? Okay, so I just played Hollow Knight on stream. Like it was one of the last games I played before I decided not to play games on stream anymore. I'm going to go ahead and say Hollow Knight, it's really good when you get past the beginning, but it's kind of dumb at the beginning. It's got kind of like a bad pacing system. There's nothing like being lectured by Simo. That's my favorite thing. Simo, I agree with you. Things would be a lot easier if I knew what I was doing. I just don't know how to do everything like that. And taking the time to learn on stream is too much. Because then I'm just doing nothing on stream. So I'd rather just do the tedium and get it done with. Okay, we'll say that. But otherwise, I do agree with you. I'm definitely taking way too long. But, you know, we're just talking. We're just having a good time. It's okay. All right, let's say that this here... Let's stick with this. Let's see what this looks like. Huh. What do I want to do here? I like how outright you say that, though, Simo, and how it went, and how well you take the feedback read. There's something to be said for you're taking it at face value and would imagine others would be upset. Yeah, there's no reason to be upset. I know Simo means well. Me and Simo have been cool for a long time. No problem at all. What is wrong with this? What is wrong with this? Why does it look so weird? Yeah, me too. I like being very stern with people. I think the ability to have hard conversations is something that we, at least in Western society, I won't speak for Eastern societies, but Western society, we're really bad at having hard conversations. Not that that was a hard conversation. That was a little one-off comment. But just in general, people are pretty hard at, like, just get it done with. Just say what you got to say and move on. And if it's, you know, I see this a lot in relationships. To totally spiral off into no man's land. A lot of people are scared to have hard conversations with people they love. Nope, I'm not going to stop the pointy. I refuse. A lot of people are like very scared to have hard conversations with people they love. And the reason they're doing that is because they don't want to break up. And it's like, okay, but if you're going to break up anyway, you might as well just do it. Like, why are you prolonging the inevitable? You know what we need to do real quick? We need to apply scale, come back, hit that bevel, clamp overlap, and go as far as we can, which is there. Some people don't like my direct way of saying stuff, but I don't like beating around the bush. Well, I would be a little careful, because not everybody is cool, Simo. Doesn't mean that you should just say whatever you say to everybody, but I definitely don't mind it. It is important to understand other people's communication style as well as expecting them to respect yours. Just expecting people to respect you without also respecting them is not a very good method for living your life. You're going to want to be a little bit more subtle than that, you know? I think it's important to also understand that some people have different emotional variables at the end and need a softer approach. Yeah, totally. I won't say names because, I don't know, privacy is important. But I had a conversation pretty recently with somebody where I think I overstepped my bounds, and I didn't really understand that I overstepped my bounds for a little bit. And then eventually it was just like something felt weird. And having the ability to go back and talk about it and be like, wait, did something go wrong? Is huge. Like, that makes somebody a really good friend for both people. I think self-moderation has a place, but catering too much is dangerous for personal identity. I totally agree with that. Couldn't agree more. What is this? Why is there this gross looking thing here? Oh, that's the shape, though. We've done it. We found the shape. We found the shape. We just need it to not go crazy. I think I like that. It's a little spiky, and I'm not sure why it's so spiky. All right, hear me out. I know I'm going crazy. I know we're like losing our minds here. Hear me out. Hear me out. I know we're getting lost in the sauce. I'm going way too long. I'm spending too much time on this. I'd be so tempted to hang massive chains from the holes, but I've never seen a chainy lighthouse. Absolutely. Wow, you guys are really on the same track, aren't you? I love how in sync you guys are. Okay, here we go. We're kind of the same person half the time. Nothing wrong with that. Why does it do that? Why is it doing this? Why is it doing these spikes? This makes no sense. Okay, I think I've screwed it. I think I've screwed myself just a little bit. No, I haven't. I haven't screwed myself one bit. We're okay. We're fine. We're doing just fine here today. So we're going to merge these two at center. Oh, I know how to do it. I know how to do it. We got it. We're here. We're back. Folks, I'm sorry that you had to watch this process. So sorry. So deeply sorry you had to see it. Why? If you want to have a productive dialogue, you must at least toy with the ideas that the other person says things from a place of reason. Absolutely. Couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more with that. If we go like... You know what? You're right. I am getting too stuck on this. Let's just take a break. Let's take a little break from this. This doesn't matter. Goodbye. Next, what else do we want to add? We want to add some scenery. So let's make ourselves the fence, because we need to put fencing on this. So let's start by making a fence. I'm going to start with a cube. I got so stuck on a single detail. This is very me. This is how I work when I'm not live, by the way. Every time I'm like making things, I'm like, ooh, I'm going to do this 1,000 times in a row. I don't know why I do that. I don't know why I do that to myself. I'm sure every artist does that to some degree, but I get just stuck on things. I'm such a perfectionist. I think it definitely has to be perfectionism. You still dislike the pointy bits? I'm going to go ahead and spoil things for you. I also dislike the pointy bits. I also dislike them. They're pretty bad. But they stay for the time being. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and do the age-old guy. We're gonna make something real cool here for just a moment. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. And we will go ahead and pop on some inlays. Nope, we need to apply scale first. Okay, I see that the Discord is kind of blown up a little bit. So I appreciate all of the recommendations. Oh no, there's a sea pickle. And it has a vote too. How dare you? How dare you? There we go. We're going to go ahead and bridge these guys. And now I'm going to take a look at this with some subdivision. Why does it look so bad? When was the last time you fell in love? Can I ask what that means? What is falling in love? What does it mean to fall in love? Because that's going to say a lot about what that means. Because I love a lot of people. Huh. Romantically. I fell in love. No, don't do that. I fell in love. I slowly fell in love with somebody. Like 4 years ago. And I was in love with them for a very long time. So I didn't stop loving them 4 years ago, but I was in love for like 4 years. Quite deeply too. Here we go. Yeah, that's my answer. 4 years ago, I fell in love. Think it's gonna be a little bit longer until I fall in love again. Don't think I'm really feeling the whole romantic thing for a little bit. Don't think that's on my radar for a little bit. Okay, we can go ahead and do a little extrusion down there. That is fine enough. That is a fine looking fence. He's a fine looking fence. He's wonderful. Do I want to add any extra details to this? Are we going to actually lose our minds and go crazy here? Yeah, we are. You bet. You bet we are. Kind of miss falling in love. I don't know, such a strange feeling. What do you mean you miss it? Do you think you're never going to experience it again? Because there's no way. You're very lovable. You're going to find love in no time. It's always when you don't think you're going to experience it that you experience it again. It's the moment you give up and you're like, yeah, I don't care anymore. And then it shows its head. That's always how it happens. Love is a fickle beast. It does not want to be captured very easily. Never thought I would for quite some time. That's very cute. That's very cute. Nova, what a cutie. Someone's being cute in my chat. We got a cutie alert. All right, let's go ahead and pop these guys out just a little bit. Just like that. And we'll pop the head of this guy up just a little bit. We got a cutie in chat, and he's here. Don't start. I already have one person calling me that. That's okay. This is proof you're cute. Oh, it's been proven. Nova's tried to deny it for years, but turns out you are actually cute. I will bap you. Junie would like to fall in love one day. Junie, what does love look like to you? There we go. We have kind of a flatter looking head here, like a Dyson Airblade, which I think is cool. Someone that can reach the top shelf. Well, you're currently just describing me, but, you know, we all know how that goes. Okay, we're going to go ahead and pop up this guy just a bit. You guys are cool? What do you mean by that, Mr. Six? Dare I say, that looks good. That looks pretty good to me. The only thing that I want to do is make it a little bit more of like a star shape. So check this out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab you, all of you guys. You guys. Grab all these boys. Just like that. That's all of them. Such a cool vibe. Everyone I show up, that's why I always come back. Absolutely. You know, streaming is a lot to get into like the details of what we're doing here and what life's like and stuff like that. Streaming is so much more about like the conversation that we're having than it is about what we're doing. Like if 3D modeling was the only reason that people watched me stream, you would just go somewhere else. You would just go to a better 3D modeler. And that would be A-okay. That would make a lot of sense. Someone who would stay up all night playing video games with me in bed, then wake up and making breakfast together or something. I don't know. I would just like to have someone with a lot of common with and can share things I enjoy with. Totally. As unromantic as it sounds, for the sake of keeping your heart unfractured, you should carefully descend into love instead of falling. I don't know if I agree with that. I don't know if I can agree with that. I think that's true if you have a choice, but when are you ever given a choice? Like, you're never given a choice of love. It just happens. In my experience, it always happens when you're not expecting it, too. I think the more conscious you are of love, like, I am going to fall in love right now, it ain't gonna happen. You're not gonna experience anything. It's sort of like predicting the lottery, right? Falling in love is a small lottery. It's the world's smallest lottery. It's the lottery that almost everybody wins. That's exactly what it feels like. That's exactly what falling in love feels like, is winning a lottery that everybody else has won at least once in their life. And you're like, okay, when am I going to win it? That's love. That's exactly what love feels like. And then it happens, and then you have $1 million, and some people spend the $1 million and lose themselves. That's exactly what it feels like. Love is a lottery. Okay, there we go. This is my nautical-themed fence. Are we okay with it? Do we like this? I over-designed the hell out of it, but I think I like it. So I'm going to go ahead and place it. Let's get this guy real small, real small. It looks like a lighthouse for a wizard's village. This is definitely a wizard lighthouse. I'll give you that one. Looks like they'd be on a floating island for airstrips. Ooh, I like that vibe. That's a big vibe, bud. There we go. That's about where I want it. Let's go ahead and give it a rotate. Nope, please, sir. It's about right to me. You know what? Actually, we're going to make a big mistake here. We need to put it right here. It needs to be like right here. Absolutely, without a doubt. 'Tis array time. It is an array time. Simo gets his wish. There we go. We're going to make it a little bit bigger. I'm not sure what the scale is on this thing yet, but that looks about right to me. If a human fits into this doorway and it's maybe a little bit of a big door, that's okay for fence size. I would agree with that. Okay, let's do this bad boy. So what I want to do is pop myself in a curve, a circle. Pop this guy up. I left a blanket in the side of my room, and I just looked over, and there was a big giant black thing next to my door, and I was freaking out. That gave me a little bit of a spook. You just look over, and it's just like this thing is there. That was a little horrifying. Not gonna lie. Okay. That looks all right to me. Let's make it a little bit bigger. We're going to touch just the inner edge of that guy. That is perfect. And now we should be able to just pop this guy on our array. I don't have to ruin this, do I? No, I don't. An array, a follow curve, a Bezier, and then we pop on a curve. Where's the curve? Curve? Looks great, dude. Thank you. Very appreciated. Let's apply all transformations. Let's grab cube. Where are they? Oh, there they are. Why are they so off the ground? Huh. This is one of my favorite things you've made? Wow. That's saying a lot. What the heck is happening? Okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. We got it. We got it on the part that we want. It looks about right to me. The scale is weird. I don't super mind them looking like this, but why is it doing this? Something really weird is happening. Okay, now they're back to normal. I had to mess with them quite a bit to get them looking like this. But they are back to normal. This is very weird. This is skeeving me out quite a bit. Huh. And they're overlapping. What is happening? I think you need to control yourself when falling in love because you can hurt yourself and the other people involved because that's how divorces and single parents work. I actually don't think that's how divorces and single parents work. I think a lot of divorces are actually a result of people like trying to prove something to themselves. People being like, oh, but I can work or I can make this work or whatever. What the heck is happening? Get me out of here. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. Go back. Go back. Go back. Go back. Go back. Go back. 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 All the way. Back all the way. The last time I fell in love, she didn't feel the same way, but that's okay. What a great like mentality to have. Oh man. You know when you've hit that point where you're like, I think I'm done thinking? I think I've hit that point. I think I'm done thinking. Place the fence pole in the origin of the circle before adding the modifiers. Simo. Thank you. Simo. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Add a little dock before you go into speed sketch. I still have to do materials, so I'm thinking that's gonna be a not possible. Okay, so this is 0, 0, 0, and we're gonna apply scale to this guy. What? Okay, they are the correct size. They are the correct size. We did it! We did it. Oh, Simo. Thank you, Simo. Oh my god. Oh my god. We've done it. Oh, we've done it. Oh, we've done it. Simo, you're a lifesaver. Oh my god, we've done it. Now, can I do this? And is this going to ruin it? It does. It does ruin it. I could just rotate them. I could just rotate them. There's nothing wrong with just rotating them. Nothing wrong with just rotating them. I could just rotate them. We're done. We're done. We're done. We're done. I'm going to hit save. I'm going to hit save on this. We got these guys. Copy, paste. Bring them up. We're done. Not even going to think about them. We're done. There's 2 of them on the back. No. 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 I'll solve that. I'll solve that later. Give me a moment. Okay, same thing up here. Okay. You got this. You got this. You got this. Chill. Just chill. You got this. There's no need to freak out. There's no need to freak out. There's 3, there's 2, there's about 3. You can just rotate it, right? You can just rotate it, no problem. What I want to do is maybe add a 6. There's 2 right there. A 5. 5 doesn't double any of them, and it does give me a lot of room, and it puts you kind of in the center. So if I do this, you're there, you're close, there's 2 of you, I can get rid of that one. It'll do. It'll do. I'm done thinking about it. I'm done. I'm done. Apply. What? Okay, it didn't take the data that I was using, but sure, it does work. So, sure. I'm just going to stop thinking about it. We're good. Problem solved. Why does it move afterwards? Sure. 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 We're good. Problem solved. And now I want to set origin to geometry, do a little bit of a spin to get that centered correctly. Okay, I've done it. So I'm going to put a chain between them. There's going to be a chain all around here. I'm sure everybody knew that was coming. There's going to be a chain between these, a little chain link thing. But I do not have time to do that right now, and I have kind of lost my ability to think clearly. So we're going to just chill. So in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and grab you, and we're just going to delete all of these little bisecting boys. And that should do it for us. Mr. Six has suggested that everybody take a nice drink of water. So we're all going to abide by that, and we're all going to take a nice drink of water together as a family. Let's go ahead and delete vertices. Grab the whole thing, and we're going to do a little bit of a twist. Just a little twist. Nobody's bisecting, only that one guy is bisecting. Now, is this perfect? No. Should I have done little tiny curves instead of doing this big old giant array? Probably. Oh, gosh. All right, I'm going to take a drink real quick. I got a much better idea. I have a much better idea. This is easy. This is an easy solve. This is such an easy solve. Boom. Problem solved. We're going to go separate by selection. We're going to grab 3 of these guys. We're going to separate by selection. This is so easy. This is the easiest thing in the world. Easiest thing I've ever done. Okay, well, that's an odd man out, but we can just not worry about the odd man out. He just doesn't exist. Separate by selection. And last but not least, we grab you, and then we're done. Separate by selection. Okay. So any of these guys, delete. You can be rotated just by 1, right? Oh, look how perfect that looks. Look how perfect this looks. We've done it. We're using our noggins. We're using our brains. For once in our lives, we're using our brains. And then I'm going to go ahead and model this whole thing up, and then we're done. I have 20 minutes to do nodes on this guy. I kind of want to do more with this. I think I could make a whole scene out of this guy. I just got a little lost in the sauce today, much to everyone's chagrin. So maybe we'll revisit this lighthouse at some point. And I'll fix these terrible little spikes that are underneath us that we are definitely not looking at right now. Boom. Boom. Look at that. That is clear as day. Nice and lovely. Look how beautiful she looks. She looks great. Cool. Let's model her. Okay, so we're going to put the ocean back on. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Can't be too mad at this, can you? I guess you can if you want to be. Okay, so let's get rid of those guys. No distractions. We'll start with these poles. So, do I have a copper? I have a rusty metal. That is very rusty metal. Used metal. A little bit of a used metal might do it. And we'll add a copper and call it Q copper. So let's go ahead and grab ourselves a little bit of that and a little bit of green. And we'll put these guys a little closer together. I guess what we should do is probably grab all of these and separate by loose parts. And then all of them should have their scale put on. You know what? I actually think we do want to go back to the normal copper look. Check this out. Check this out. Got a clear idea of how we want to do this. Grab that. Go low on the copper. So now we have this two-tone looking copper thing. And then we're just going to add the oxidation on top of it. Really nice, really easy. Add ourselves a Musgrave. Pop this guy into here. Make sure that he is the color that we want. Which I can do here, I believe. Color 2 is this dark green right there. Pop him in. Scale him up. Give him some details, and then we're set. Maybe this guy is too vibrant. We'll drop him down just a little bit. Dare I say that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. The one thing I think I would add... I think we want to double this guy. Double that guy. Pop him into here. Bueno. Thank you for the bueno. Very appreciated. I feel very low energy all of a sudden. I think I might have pushed myself very hard on that last little bit. So now I'm starting to feel it. It's starting to come down just a little bit. More of that. More of this. Pop this guy just sideways a little bit and say that that is pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, let's grab all of you guys. And you. And we come down here and we use my new favorite shortcut, Control-L, link materials. And we come back up and look how golden everything looks. Super beautiful. Okay, so now we need the stonework. Stone for a lighthouse. What is a lighthouse made out of? Lighthouses are made out of concrete, right? Or are they brick? What the heck is a lighthouse made out of? I'm going to say concrete, and they have that band on them. They have that band, so that's exactly what I want to work on. We want to make that little band that all lighthouses have on them. So let's pop this guy up. Let's add ourselves a gradient. This is going to look so good. This is going to look great. Okay, so what color band are we thinking? You know how you could find out? Simo? Shush your mouth. Simo, you're like my mom. Okay, we're going to do that. We're going to do a little bit of red. We're going to go ahead and rotate this guy up by 90 degrees. Oh, it's perfect. Oh, it's perfect. So we can go ahead and pop one more of these guys on. Bring him up to the point that we like, which is going to be right there. Now, I am inclined to try and make this work with a little bit of a gradient, but we can do hard lines if we want to do hard lines. Like 0.5 is probably it, and then we'll do 0.45. I like a little bit of a gradient on there. I like a little bit of a gradient. You know what we could do to really make this thing pop? We could put a little bit of chipping paint. Yeah, we could put chipping paint on here. That's exactly what we're going to do. So I'm going to do a mix RGB. Pop you up. We don't need you. Put on a Vernoy. Vector that guy. And get you looking real dark. And we just got to find the right one. I think distance might be it. Oh, we want object data, by the way. Which will definitely mess up our gradients. Which, whoops, didn't think about that. Should have thought maybe a little bit harder about what I was doing there. Okay, tell you what. You know what? Back, all the way. Instead, we will do two of these. Map you on up. You will be object. Object goes to the Vernoy. And now we got cracks. No, we don't. Vector. Now we got cracks. Okay. Pop this on. Get this guy feeling a little kind of way. White and black. Reverse them. Make it into something else. You know what? I got a much better idea. Much better idea. Okay, so we're going to do color, hue saturation. All right. While I'm kind of working in this low energy setting right now, I think it is worth mentioning. I've been thinking a lot about changing my streaming schedule just a little bit. And I've struggled with it because I kind of feel like 3 hours is perfect. I want to do 4 hours, but like I definitely lose a lot of energy right at the end. Which is normal, which is fine, which is all well and good. But I'm curious, like, what would happen if I tried to stream for 4 hours? And I think about this quite a bit. So I'm not sure yet. We're not there yet. But it is on the radar. It is something I'm thinking about. And we'll see if it tracks. Okay, so now we can take this, drop this guy down to like a 0.7. And say that doesn't look half bad. Bring them up a little bit more. And now we can scale that guy up a whole bunch. Smoothness. Drop that randomness down just a little bit. There we go. And we'll pop ourselves on up. Cool. Okay, so now I have 10 minutes. 10 minutes to get the light looking correct. So let's do 10 minutes on this light. So I had a really clear idea of how I wanted to do this, but it's going to require a bit of thinking. I was looking at sea lanterns in Minecraft, and I had a bit of an idea. But it's going to require us to really think about this. So it should be UVs into quadratic sphere. The whole thing is black, absolute black. And then we have emissions. Why did that not work? Why did that not work? I thought for sure that would work. What if instead of that we do layer weight with facing? Ooh. Ooh. Oh, that's the look. That's the look right there. You know what? I want to subdivision it one time because it is a little too picky for me. That's it. It looks great. It looks perfect. We're going to put a transmission on it. We're going to go ahead and make it super reflective. No subdivision, or no specular. And let's do colors. Okay. Easy. What if it was like completely see-through? What if we just made it completely see-through? Whoa. Okay, there we go. Yep, we're here. That is the coolest looking thing I've ever seen in my life. That is so cool looking. That's it. That's the one. We've done it. Okay, now I just got to color it. What color would a wizard's lighthouse be? These are the important questions that we got to be asking ourselves. I'm going to say... it should be like white in the center, shouldn't it? Red is a really efficient color for power usage. Something like that makes a lot of sense to me. I might add a little bit of a purple tinge in the middle of it to give it that really cool, like, Sakura look. You must construct additional pylons. It definitely feels like that. Did we do it? Did we do it? Dare I say we did it? That looks like a wizard's lighthouse. That looks crazy. That is the coolest looking thing I've ever seen in my life. It's awesome. It's perfect. We're done. And it follows you and it gets lost on the faces. Oh yes, this song is the childhood. This is it. We're good. We're set. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do one last thing to the actual lighthouse. Mr. Six is loving it. Mr. Six, thank you so much for being so sweet. That's one of the better things I've ever made. This is one of the better things I've ever made. We keep talking about the worst models I've ever made. Here's a good one. Here's a surprisingly good one. Let's do this. Oh my god, Sonic Adventure 2 really is the game. That game is like the early 2000s. Okay, so let's go ahead and scale this guy, get him looking about right. So we're going to want to do that, and then I'm going to do my default stone texture, which is just take this and you go 0.4, and you grab this and you go 0.7. And that's my usual stone texture done. Cool little bits. Nice little bits. Actually, it's a little too granular for me. There we go. That's better. And if we're doing that, I think I'm actually going to remove the Vernoi. Get rid of this Vernoi. We don't need this. Just pop you on. There we go. Perfect little guy right here. The only thing I might do is lower the dimensions on this. Get these guys a little bit flakier looking. Actually, is there a way to make it look a little better? Let's invert this. There we go. Invert it, lower the strength. Done. Done. It's done. We're good. We're here. That's a lighthouse. The spikes. Sorry. Hey, I'm sorry about those spikes. I'm sorry. I did it. I know. I'm responsible. I'm sorry. But otherwise, we're here. And I'm actually looking at the color scheme. Okay, how much time do we have? We have 1 minute. You know, a perfect amount of time to change everything. I'm looking at the color scheme here. We're doing that, and then we're going to go ahead and grab that guy right there. Oh, I've been thinking about this song all day. This song makes me feel such a way. There we go. I don't know if those bands look good. We'll get back to it. We'll think about those. We'll think about these bands a little bit later. But that's our lighthouse. Done. Dunzo on the lighthouse. Wow, this song really makes me feel a kind of way. Okay. So, hey, Junie, can you name the song? Junie, can you figure out what song this is? Does it sound familiar? Okay, so we're done. That's the lighthouse. Now I'm going to look at all of the crazy stuff that has been submitted in the Discord, and we're going to try and make sense of it, and then we're going to go. So I'm going to say goodbye to the first half of stream. Mr. Six says goodbye as always, and he's not going to say it because I just said it right now, but he says goodbye as always. And I'll be back in just a moment.